What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video drawing episode. Honestly, in the past few days, whenever I sit here, usually when I do the I feel a burst of energy in me and I feel hyped. But the past few days, honestly, I'm just exhausted. Because, well, it started with Monday, studying whole day for the exam on Tuesday. So, obviously, tired as hell. Yeah. Tuesday exam and dentist appointment and grocery shopping, so obviously also tired at the end of the day. Today, yeah, let's talk about today. I had the type of physiotherapy at 8. It went for an hour, and after that I went home, you know, was on call for like an hour or two. Obviously ate breakfast and morning routine in between. And then I went out with a friend to study because her English sucks, and we're writing the English exam next week on the 7th. Should be exactly in 1 week. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, her writing sucks in English, like especially writing. So I was like, here. And then she gave me like her test papers or her latest one. And I read through that whole thing and gave her like the major mistakes she makes. And honestly, she spells some shit so horribly wrong. And then I asked her, how to spell these words that she spelled so horribly wrong. How she spelled, I asked her to spell it again. And that time, she usually always got close. Like, you know, or got it right even. But like in the exam, it was completely horrible. Like, for example, realized, she spelled it Reliased. Really asked. But she could spell it like when there was no pressure from the exam, no stress from the exam. So I was like, maybe, these are all just symptoms that I just listed. Maybe you should work on stress. You should maybe work on, because she's obviously not confident in something she's not good at. So I was like, best way is obviously to be confident in it by just practicing it a ton. But like you have a week left, so can't really do that. So maybe do like a calming down routine, Like I saw this actually in anime back when I used to watch anime. Was like basically to whenever you're in like a calm or good situation, you do a certain thing. For example, you touch your cheek every time with your right hand, or like this, and or your chin, and every time you do it, like every time you do it during a calm or a good situation, and then you train yourself to be in a that whenever you do this, you're in a good mood, you're in a calm mood. And then when you do it during your exam, your body's like, oh yeah, this is this only he this the host of this body only does it when they're in a good situation. So they must be in a good situation too, and then you calm yourself like this, or just be confident. But obviously that doesn't work in the short term. So yeah, still, yeah, and I told her to read books because that's a major. Because she also said she had problem using linking words and stuff, and I write beautifully. I actually write really beautifully in English, and like long sentence, sophisticated, good language use, good vocab. Because I read books. And, you know, she picked obviously romance or romance. And, or like thriller or something like that. I don't even know. The thing is, I read like informational books that give information, also like low-key scientific books, and they use very high, very, very high language, very high registered language. You don't use like your everyday conversation. And the thing is, also in these romance and stuff, it's usually like conversations, and that's also cut a bit shorter than in the books that I read. So, I was like, at best read these, but yeah, it is what it is. Then we got food, and after that, yeah, we went to my place because I was looking for the English exam. I still didn't find it. Honestly, I looked for it for 5 minutes and I was like, screw it, I'm not gonna look for it. And we played Switch. She played VR because I have VR. And I actually have so much stuff. I did so much stuff, like video game stuff in my life. Now look at me, yo, I don't use any of them. That's also so crazy. Like, we were also playing Switch. We were playing Super Mario, and I'm playing it and I'm thinking like, damn, this is so boring. It's crazy. It's crazy how times change. Yeah, it used to be my whole. It used to be my whole life. Like, literally, not even understating it. My day used to be wake up, video games, or think about video games, school, video games, sleep, and eat in between some time. I don't know. But, you know, honestly, like 10 hours a day at least, video games. Now look at me, yo. None. That's crazy. Unless, like, some occasion like this. But, you know. Actually, that's also so crazy. I have a laptop. I have like an old laptop. A PS4. I have a Switch. I have a Wii. I have a VR glasses. I have a really high quality computer. I have a tablet. I have an iPad. I have a phone. I'm not playing games on any of. The only game I play is chess. Crazy from time to time. Yeah, but I do everyday puzzle. Yeah, but that was kind of it. And then her boyfriend came, picked her up, and drove her home. That's actually so sweet. Like, the guy had uni. The whole day he was in uni, like from morning to evening. And then he comes to pick her up to drive her home, which takes like half an hour, and then he has to drive half an hour back. That's crazy. That's dedication. Yeah. And then when I had time, I could finally pray again. Tomorrow, apparently, she said there's like some. She's not allowed to leave her house tomorrow because like there's some street fights or whatever tomorrow here in Berlin. I didn't hear of about any of this, but doesn't really matter honestly because my mom comes home in 2 days. So I thought might as well, clean or something, do something tomorrow because my mom is also a clean freak. So, and it'll probably make her happy to clean. And yeah, not probably, it will make her happy to clean because I asked, yo, you're coming on the 2nd again, right? And I'm like, and she's like, yeah, why? I'm like, oh, it's just good to know because, to know when I need to start cleaning well enough. And she sent like the smile emoji, such a dumbass emoji. Oh, I use that so often. Whatever. It's a great emoji. Yeah, so tomorrow is probably just gonna be cleaning. Or like some part of the day cleaning, and then cooking is also gonna be done tomorrow. This is so annoying. And then I'll see what I can do during the day, actually. I think it will be a chill day, you know. I'll wake up in the morning, pray. Maybe, if I don't feel too tired, I'll just do myself a call. Oh, let me look at the temperature. Oh my god, this is such a great idea. Okay. Yeah. I was thinking maybe if the temperature wasn't too low, you know, just wake up, pray, do like make a cocoa and go on my balcony, watch the sunrise maybe, you know, little chill day, start to the day, and then, you know, the cleaning stuff. Yeah, I'll see actually. That would be a fire idea, honestly. And oh my god, this is insane. 4 more days of no sport, and on Monday, on the 5th, I will go to training again after 1.5 months of no sport. You know, I've been going insane, honestly. And I can finally, you don't know, this is such a big game changer. You don't understand, yo. Me being able to do sports again? Yo. First of all, mental health. Second of all, productivity. Happiness. Everything is gonna skyrocket again because I can finally do sports again. I'm so happy. I wanna do sports again. This is gonna be so good, honestly. Yeah, now I'm here and I still need to do food, so I'll probably make like a pizza. You know, like not some already done pizza. I just have the, what do you call it? The ground of the pizza, the pizza bread, basically. Just that is done, and then put tomato sauce. You know, put everything on there manually, kind of. A bit better, but yeah, it tastes really good, honestly. And it's like a unique sized pizza, honestly. It's like the shape is weird. Yeah. Also, funny thing today, a friend was like, you know, they finally ordered this book from it for the book club, you know. And one guy was like, "Yo, is your is the book also so tiny for you? Like it's not even as big as my hand. Like it's as big as my hand." And the guy is like, you know, solid 10 centimeters at least shorter than me, you know. So for him, you know, he's a bit more. I would call him small. But if his whole, like, if the book is his whole hand, that's already crazy. Then I send like a video. You know how I do. When I need to show something from my hand, you know, what I could do is like one hand here, simple. I could just do this. Now, what does my dumbass do always when I have to show stuff in my hand? Ah, oh, oh. That's how you do it. I can't be the only one who does this. This is also why there's this crack, because that was my teeth. And there's also why this was also my teeth. Yeah, maybe it's not the most effective way. But yeah, his is actually smaller than mine because he got the German version and I read in English. You know, I read my stuff in English because I'm not gay. I'm sorry, I really cannot read in German. The last time I read a book in German, I almost got depression. Like, low, not even kidding. Like, I read that and usually when I read, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting knowledge. Yeah, I'm getting knowledge. When I did, I felt my brain cells dying, honestly. Like, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to read this. You know, I even read in the sun to make it more pleasant. I got a cocoa often when I read that. It was tough. It was honestly tough. And it was such a good book, you know, Limitless. Such a good book. I kind of read it way too late because at that point I already like had the mindset of most of the book, which was like, oh, you believe you can do anything and everything. Yeah, I already got that mindset. So, yeah. That's kind of what's up. Yeah, so tomorrow, cleaning hopefully, most likely. And yeah, that's it for today's video actually. We'll see you. Be nicer to your parents, yo. This is also a good idea that like I'm gonna clean, that makes her happy. And then I'll buy flowers, not tomorrow, but the day after, the day she arrives. And then it's good, Yeah, it's gonna be good. Be kinder to your parents, where you still can. Yeah. So, that's it for today's video. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.